The truth is out there, and Trump's letting us see it. The UFO files keep dropping, hundreds of them, and America can't stop watching.
We're releasing a lot of information having to do with extraterrestrial things, and people are totally fascinated by it. It's amazing. I wasn't sure if they would enjoy it.
How would you describe this story?
Oh my God. A mother and sick daughter running this charity.
They're just trying to help vulnerable families.
The One Direction boys really liked the message.
Believe in Magic went global.
It was just magical. And then, out of the blue,
I just had a hunch that Jean's full of...
They are not being open about how that charity money is being used.
It's literally trending #1. Can you believe it?
Well, we haven't seen E.T. yet. Some people think that day is coming soon. The White House is getting ready to roll one out, and they want some advice.
There's a lot of speculation, I'm hearing it from people inside the administration, that the Trump administration is indeed soliciting advice about how to tell the public that we're not alone.
They're in some luxury villa in Disneyland.
The story doesn't add up.
I just wanted to get to the truth.
Bottles of morphine, pill pot after pill pot.
It's too shocking to believe.
Meg felt like she wasn't safe. This was the time to speak to the police.
There are consultations taking place with spiritual leaders. I'm now able to confirm that.
Well, we still haven't seen everything, but UFO experts say the good stuff is coming if people keep pushing.
It was all over social media, horrendous.
What was there for Meg to lie about? We were going to find out the truth.
If people keep the pressure on, the records will come out, more of them, and they will be shocking, some of them. David Grush testified to bodies, non-human intelligence bodies. So there's got to be autopsies, there's got to be photographs and footage.
Now, we don't want to see an alien body just for the fun of it. We need to know what they're capable of.
Today, this was an official Guinness World Records attempt for largest aerial display of a gingerbread village made out of drones.
It's the fact that this technology does stuff that we can't do. And if we can't figure out what it is or what it wants or what it's being used for, it keeps me up at night in the idea that we're behind the power curve.
Brett Fedderson's a former White House National Security Council Director of Aviation Security, and this is Fedderson's first interview since the age of disclosure. Brett, you mentioned that this keeps you up at night. Tell us why.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, Jesse. The reason it does is twofold. One is the fact that this type of technology is not man-made. It's nothing that we can build or have built or are using out there. And the fact that we're seeing it so prevalently on a regular basis globally makes it a national security threat. Additionally, the fact that it is out in our airspace and all around as travel is moving on, that it is a flight safety issue as well. And it's something that needs to be continued to be pressed, needs to be addressed and tracked.
What do you think? You're going to see like commercial airlines crash into UFOs?
You know, surprisingly, there has been a large uptick in commercial airline pilots reporting UAPs on a daily basis, is what the FBI and the FAA are telling us.
I can see them. I am much more inclined now than I was when I made Close Encounters.
to really believe that we're not the only intelligent civilization in the universe.
What did you steal?
Secrets. People have a right to know the truth.
This is a story about us, all of us,
Good morning, Kansas City.
up against the most extraordinary event in human history.
What's happening to me? I'm frightened. I'm frightened out of my wits.
You don't need to be. You have someone else.
Daniel Kellner.
Who is this?
Do not go back to the house. They found you. I don't know who you are, but they're gonna kill you.
The human race cannot accept what we know.
One shot is what it's all about. A deer has to be taken with one shot.
Blessed is the kingdom of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit.
What's with the creepy deer in Leave the World Behind? Netflix's latest hit movie Leave the World Behind is defined by a disconcerting deluge of unsettling imagery, but nothing is quite as creepy as the deer that seem to stalk the main characters. Netflix's version makes some big changes to the book that Leave the World Behind is based on, but many of the most notable elements from the novel carry over to the film adaptation. The disturbing behavior of the deer is one such element that translates directly from page to screen. Throughout the course of the movie's terrifying events, the deer that approach the Scots property and the surrounding area change in both numbers and attitude. Starting with a doe and fawn innocently walking in the garden, the deer grow more numerous with each encounter the various characters have with them and begin behaving more suspiciously. This culminates with an intense standoff between a massive herd of bucks and Ruth Scott and Amanda Sanford, which acts as the climax of the movie's bubbling tension.
You gotta listen to me. You wanna stay down here and die?
Here we are, we're looking at the first 9/11 event, when 9/11 happened itself, and we see Bush in the classroom and him with the teacher, and we've of course seen the same sort of imagery in I, Pet Goat 2, where the pet goat, like Bush was reading the pet goat to the children. Here we have the second one, and associated with it is a second 9/11 attack, a 9/11 style attack, false flag attack, only this time much larger, with much more devastating effects to the United States.
You gotta listen to me. You wanna stay down here and die?
And what we're seeing over and over again is a repeated theme. And the theme is that there is a solar eclipse followed by a full moon, or a solar eclipse followed by a buck moon, which is also called a stag moon, okay, for obvious reasons. And so we have this theme that the solar eclipse followed by the buck moon is very closely associated with a very devastating change or turn in world affairs, an attack, a catastrophe, followed by major events, something like this.
Leave the World Behind's ambiguous ending left many questions unanswered, and the mystery surrounding the deer was one of the most vexing. What the deer symbolize in Leave the World Behind? The behavior of the deer was partially explained by a blink and you'll miss it news report heard over the radio in Clay's car. An environmental disaster in the South caused by the cyber attack had impacted animal migration patterns. While the nature of the disaster is left vague, it is also the explanation for the arrival of Floridian flamingos on Long Island. Apart from acting as another symptom of the cyber attack at the heart of Leave the World Behind, the deer act as a powerful symbol. The increasing number and hostility of the deer is a direct parallel to the fear and mistrust that infects each of the characters as the normalcy of the world around them slowly erodes.
We need to stop it any way we can.
What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing?
79-year cover-up of the truth has to end.
We're interrupting our coverage.
How will disclosure change us? I believe for the better. It will remind us of our capacity for empathy, and that there is something bigger out there than just ourselves.
Since the stigma has been broken, mainly because of movies like The Age of Disclosure, pilots both in the military and in the commercial sector are coming forward with what they're seeing, aren't as afraid to actually say, I've seen something that's not a drone, it's not another flight object, it's something we don't understand.
And when we see these, describe the level of technological superiority.
Yeah, so we've been seeing these obviously for decades. The idea that The Age of Disclosure came was that Dan Farah was able to get us to 34 senior officials to trust him and break our silence about an 80-year cover-up.
Well, the hidden agenda becomes ever more obvious in the mainstream media. I only hope that people out there will start to wake up to exactly what's going on and how it reflects the absolute truth that is the Bible and prophecy. But this commercial I'm going to show you, for example, here for Jägermeister.
We get this scene that I just showed you, where the Whisperer comes in, gives him the vision, and he looks, and we clearly in the vision have depicted an annular eclipse, or an eclipse at least. Okay, it's actually a pretty cool way to depict it, but it looks that way. But if you look, I mean, I don't know if it would actually look that way. If you had a big fire outside, you wouldn't have the darkened center. That was done by the producers of the film, certainly. Okay, and then the whole thing is CGI or whatever it is. It's just computer graphics. Okay, they didn't have a real fire outside. So he's going to go over to this, and we see, of course, the stag come out. Okay, and the stag is burning. Again, it's not the eclipse that is the catastrophe. It doesn't look like the eclipse is what paves the way for this. What's really burning is that buck moon.
But even still, without the Bible and the Holy Spirit, the roadmap of prophecy that we've been given, written for thousands of years, then it wouldn't be obvious. So we have God to thank for that. This is about the mark of the beast, and let's go through this commercial together. So it's going into a worldly club. This all stems from him being part of the world, part of worldliness at this party. He sees up these stairs some antlers, a shadow actually of some antlers. So it's kind of there, but it's not really there, because when someone walks past, it's gone again. So you see the hint that's being made that this is actually potentially part of the spirit realm. This is a shadow, a temporary shadow, that he gets tempted by, allured by.
Hello, David.
How did you get in here?
That's not important now. Listen carefully. You have to watch Midnight Spank, a new block of late-night shows on G4.
Why?
Because I can make everyone you've ever loved disappear, David. Disappear forever.
Oh.
Now, as you can see, this creature is a stag that's being shown. He's going to walk up the stairs towards it. Now, the stag god ties to Nimrod and the hunter.
The only way to know your purpose is to go back to where it all began.
I know you.
I know you do. What happened to us?
I used to say to myself, wouldn't it be wonderful if all of this turned out to be true? I'm now thinking, wouldn't it be wonderful for people to know they're coming? All of this is true.
About UAPs and non-human intelligent life. When we're seeing these, we're seeing very bright orbs, very bright objects that are emitting some energy, but they're not showing propulsion. They're instantaneously taking off into different directions. Again, things that physics has inhibited us from being able to do as humans. We're continuing to see that type of technology proliferate. It's interesting to note that several of the astronauts in several of the earlier days where fighter pilots were reporting them during World War II, the same type of descriptions are exactly what we're seeing now in the files and the videos that are being released.
Well, then it absolutely is a national security threat, and it does seem, according to the reporting, that this administration's having discussions about how to break this to the American people.
The horned god, which is equivalent to Baphomet, the ox, Cernunnos, Saturnus, the beast, the bull, Baal, all of those things together are types and shadows of the same thing. But ultimately, this is representing Nimrod. Now you notice how the music starts to change, everything goes in slow motion. This is hinting at him almost going through the veil into a different dimension. And he walks through these doors. The first thing you see, of course, are these antlers or these horns, just like going into a temple of Baal, a temple of Saturnus, basically the devil, the Red Bull. And he's walking through into this chamber. Jesus said if they say he's out there in the secret chambers, do not go out there.
And when that day comes, oh my God, that's going to be historic. Well, Brett, thank you so much for talking to us and coming forward, and we wish you the best. It looks like we're all on this journey together.
When he looks up, you can see that it's part of a dome. You see that it's a dome roof. Now, the dome is female or feminine symbolism. You then look at the word matrix and womb, and that they do in fact link together. So essentially you can say that he is now walking into the womb or the matrix. And to top it off, this is actually called an oculus. It's what they call it in the architecture. The structure of that would be referred to in these buildings, in these old buildings, as an oculus, which is like a portal or a gate.
Caleb, what's wrong? What's wrong? It's okay.
Again, in regards to that female symbolism, we've got the moon being shown through this oculus, and the moon has got connotations towards the female, towards Diana, the moon goddess. So this is Luciferian propaganda. This is representing Lucifer, the light bearer, the moon being the light bearer of the sun. And this is what they're using it for. It's all a direct inversion of Jesus Christ in many, many ways. So this is a promotion of the mother goddess, which we flick to here, which is the Greek Artemis equivalent of the Roman Diana, moon goddess.
We just wanted to make you aware that we are getting official word from the president as we continue to watch this operation to retrieve the 4 astronauts. President Trump saying congratulations to the great and very talented crew of Artemis II. The entire trip was spectacular, the landing was perfect, and as President of the United States, I could not be more proud.
And of course the huntress, which she's often depicted with a bow and arrow.
Force field. It's a dome. We're at the edge of the arena.
The pouring the water like the age of Aquarius. But you see, you've got the moon there, and then you've got Apollo, the sun god. So it's the sun and moon. It's all this same pagan rituals. This is what this is, a Luciferian pagan ritual with 2 pillars, and Apollo, the sun god.
buddy. How's it going? It's me, the deer, right here. Man, I'm bored stiff. I like them shorts, man. I about didn't see you for a second. I'm just blowing your mind, huh? Make your call to the wild, man. Mine's woo! Woo! Chug, 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 chug. Can you grab me a Mountain Dew while you're in there?
Yeah, go down.
What's up, man? How you doing? The wild is calling.
You looking kind of like Daryl Earnhardt.
Yeah, a little bit, don't he?
Temple of Saturn. And you see that here, this horned god, Baal, or Baphomet, or essentially what it all comes down to is a reference to Nimrod. And this horned god is actually another way of showing the uterus. So you see how that this, again, is a reference to the matrix or the womb. And this chair right here, sitting there ready for this guy who's been tempted in, like the Bible says, this temptation that comes upon the whole world. It's not forced, it's a temptation to take the mark of the beast. Look, it's completely his choice. And so that is what this is. This is the devil. This is the mark of the beast. It's the red devil. It's the red bull right behind him.
Hey, while I play Call of Duty, want to overpay for some pizza?
I guess.
Come on, dudes. Get slices and sticks for only $6.99 and get Call of Duty Black Ops 7 rewards.
Deal Deer, what's your gamer tag?
I'm Deal Deer Gamer 2. Someone took Deal Deer Gamer.
Yeah, wonder who did that.
Level up with slices and sticks in Call of Duty Black Ops 7 in-game rewards. Little Caesars is the real deal.
Pizza. Little Caesars drops a hilarious new spot starring NFL star George Kittle, and this one immediately grabs attention. The commercial opens with pure chaos. Kittle bursts in riding the now iconic Deal Deer, smashing through the scene with dramatic game day energy. The talking deer delivers one mission: bring fans the ultimate value deal. The offer? 2 large pizzas for just $4.99 each when ordering online. Simple, loud, legendary value. Visually, the ad leans into fast-paced comedy, exaggerated action, and playful mascot energy, blending sports hype with Little Caesars' trademark humor. It's over-the-top, ridiculous in the best way, and laser-focused on one message: great pizza, great price, real deal. Which leaves viewers thinking one thing: football nights and pizza just got even better.
Will you buy the lie? Will you buy the lie of self-ascension? Will you buy the lie of completely and utterly rejecting Christ with no return? I mean, this is what, and you see through this is another way of showing self-ascension. They're taking this mark, this electronic mark.
All right, Tom, your thoughts?
Yeah, well,
Tom. Step aside.
Who put these in, Tom? Only Duracell has power boost ingredients. That's why winners like Tom here only run on Duracell.
Tom, are you okay? Why does everyone keep asking me that since the roast?
I gotta go Gronk's down again.
Power boost!
Look at that, flashes of the Mother Goddess and Lucifer. And and Tammuz, the raging bull, taking the mark of the Antichrist.
For 30 years, these thrill seekers have been tempting fate, braving this wild ride. And just a few months ago, we saw an epic race for the PBR Teams title. Today, it's a dawn of a new day. PBR's Unleash the Beast.
You know, this is a permanent final rejection of Christ, and this is sealing the deal, sealing the fate, which is the agenda of the enemy, to lead your soul to hell. That is all that this is showing. You're taking the mark of the raging bull, of the opposite, an inversion of Christ, the mark of evil being sealed by hell. So then we go through this animation, and you see that this reference, as we've seen a few times, like to this being like a game of level up, of self-ascension, basically.
Querido amigo, la vida te ha escogido.
So again, as I said, this is all a reference to Nimrod, the hunter, buying the lie, just like in the Garden of Eden, that you shall be as God.
Solo te pide una cosa, que la cojas por los cuernos. Ve por delante, o hazte invisible.
There's actually subliminals. Look at this, before he takes on what you'd call the boss. Live forever, there's one of them. Look at these little subliminals they add in that last for less than a fraction of a millisecond. One frame. Live forever.
This is the individual game.
The most precious award in this sport. There's your exclamation point!
Where a cowboy gets their name etched in history.
Every day I thank God that I can come and compete in a situation like this. This is the greatest day ever.
So that's part of what this is showing, you know, this counterfeit eternal life of Lucifer. This counterfeit lie that people think they can live forever through this self-ascension. So all of these representing like taking on the boss or the beast, but it's all a Hegelian dialectic. Taking on death, you know? Ascending to the next stage in human evolution. But all of this follows the principles in a counterfeit way of when lambs become lions, when deers become stags, when mice become men. This is following a counterfeit version of that. When we know that the only way to truly overcome the power of death and sin and the devil is to humble yourself like a child and ask the Messiah to forgive you, and so that you might find your identity in him through humility.
This is the greatest moment of my life other than the birth of my daughter. This is my American dream.
This is what it's all about, coming down to the last bull.
Every kid dreams of winning the world championship. This is another dream come true for me tonight.
It's man versus bull. With blood and guts on the line.
No, man, it doesn't get any better than this. This is what you live for. Let's go out there and do my job and have fun.
It's also the dawn of a new day on a new network on Paramount Plus.
This crowd got to witness greatness.
Every ride counts. Not only for these riders, but for the best bulls in the world. The time is now to unleash the beast.
So he's taken on the wolf there, this again, like this whole game. And as this is showing him growing stronger and stronger, ascending up and up, you see these flashes of the Ankh, the Egyptian Ankh, and all these references to the womb and the matrix, and how this is the mark of the beast. I mean, look, essentially what this is actually doing is tattooing them on a cellular level with, when you listen to the way it's being tattooed and the sounds that are being played with this, listen.
Querido amigo, la vida te ha...
So you hear that it's all electronic, so it's already showing you that this is in some way transhuman. This is in some way electronic, combining with man and the matrix, the mark of the matrix.
From the imagination comes the story of a man.
Joe, come on, boy, let's go. Grass is waiting for you.
With the mind of a child.
Yeah, Cybo Man. He came to see me.
Cybo Man. Comics, right?
Yeah, Cybo Man.
And a doctor.
Virtual reality holds a key to the evolution of the human mind.
With a vision of the future.
I have a game in my house that you might like to play. Would you like that?
Yeah. Okay.
That was really bad. I have different games. I even have one that could help make you smarter.
Now, Job Smith is about to enter the world of virtual reality.
It's gonna hit me! No, Joe, just relax. It's gonna be like being up there with the stars, Joe. They're going to another planet. His mind is like a clean, hungry sponge. You just graduated to the next level, Joe.
You're not the lawnmower man. Well, you've certainly changed. I don't know how you did it, but I approve.
I absorbed Latin yesterday in less than 2 hours.
Joe, where are you? Joe.
A world where the normal course of events can suddenly turn inside out.
You realize, Dr. Angelo, that my intelligence has surpassed yours.
The imaginary becomes real.
Trying to get inside my head, Joe.
You can't hide anything from me, Dr. Angelo.
And reality.
We have no idea what he's gonna do.
Is all in your mind. The Lawnmower Man.
And this is making him one with the beast.
Cogido. Y a cambio, solo te pide una cosa. Que la cojas por los cuernos. Corre. O deja que todo pase por tu lado. Ve por delante. O hazte invisible.
So facing the giant in a counterfeit way.
Lucha. O di que ni lo has intentado.
This is impossible without the real Christ. This is all part of a lie. This is a trick to tickle the itching ears of egomania in people, of self-love. If not you, then who? You see how this is all tying into everything we're seeing in society, perilous times. Everything you see now is about self-love and self-elevation. So own it. Here we go. You know, now he's gaining strength. It's like, as I said, that counterfeit of lambs become lions, of deer become stags. Own it. You can do it yourself. You can build your Tower of Babel.
Te ha elegido. Hunt or be hunted.
So he's become a man, you know, through this. This is what this is showing, with this fleshly matrix music also being added. Hunt or be hunted. So the hunter. And this also ties into the persecution of those who won't take the mark. So this is, you know, grasping on that fear. If you don't become a hunter, then you will be hunted. And this is the great trick, you know. This is very well could be how it all plays out, especially to begin with. You know, that Christians are seen as weak, that those who humble themselves are seen as weak. Those that aren't going to join that agenda, they're seen as weak because the New Age is going to want to get rid of them. There's even quotations about that somehow we're holding it all back. And so the ones that don't follow the pride of this will be seen as the weak ones that need to be hunted. So hunt or be hunted. Join with the beast or be hunted. So now he's fully self-ascended, and he, in their eyes, and he's now marked by this beast. Wow. And now apparently that makes him a man, because he's merged with the beast. He's marked. He's become one of it. He's become one in the body of the beast. But I tell you what, the real strength doesn't come from conforming to that. The real strength comes from resisting that. This is not strength at all. This actually represents, in terms of God's kingdom, judgment and destruction, and conforming with that which is unclean and taking a no return ticket to hell.
Today's modern technology aims to improve animal welfare and operational efficiencies. The 701X Livestock Management System encompasses a software platform and electronic ear tag to provide a solution for tracking individual animal and herd-level data. Key features include a digital calving book, interactive map, offline data entry mode, health and GPS alerts, along with custom reports regarding inventory, performance, and more. 701X provides you the tools to shape the next generation of ranching and promote sustainability.
How does it feel to treat me like you do? This flight's been overbooked. Do you
Wake me up inside, wake me up inside, call my name and save me from the dark. Bring my blood to run before I come undone. Save me from the nothing I've become. Bring me to life. Bring me to
So hunt or be hunted, wow, I mean, that couldn't be much more blatant, could it? He goes into the Matrix and he takes the mark, this digital type tattoo, and he goes through a process of self-elevation under the influence of the spirit of Antichrist and Baal, and he self-ascends to the point where he becomes a real, quote-unquote, real man through this process. And then we're reminded at the end, you either hunt or you become the hunted. And we've looked at this Jägermeister logo before and discussed some of what it actually means, but I want to take that a bit further today and show you how this links to secret societies. Now, as well as all the occult references we've exposed before with the Jägermeister and its logo, actually it's pretty interesting looking at this International Order of St. Hubertus, and you can see how this has very, very close similarities with the Jägermeister logo. And this International Order of St. Hubertus is a worldwide organisation, a knightly order of hunters and wildlife conservationists that promotes traditional hunting ethics and practices. It was founded in 1695. So you see there already the link between that and hunting, and then the Jägermeister logo and the symbol for the Order of St. Hubertus. By the way, with these secret societies, we do pray that everyone that we talk about on here will come to know Christ, and we hope the best. We're not to get into anger over anything that we're seeing. You know, I truly hope that those who are in Freemasonry and other societies, that they would come to know the truth and the life and the love of Christ and our Father in heaven. And I pray for them all. So you can already see a blatant link there between Jägermeister and these secret societies, and the logo of Jägermeister being very, very similar for good reason, because if you actually look on the Jägermeister Wikipedia, for example, the label on the Jägermeister bottles features a glowing Christian cross seen between the antlers of a stag. This image is a reference to the two Christian patron saints of hunters, Saint Hubertus and Saint Eustace. So on the Jägermeister Wikipedia, we have a direct reference to Saint Hubertus. So you can see that that's no coincidence that there are very close similarities between that order and this logo on the Jägermeister. Remember what we just watched in the commercial was essentially Hunt or Be Hunted, promoting this wild hunt with the hunter. Seeing the wild hunt was thought to presage some catastrophe such as war or plague, or at best the death of the one who witnessed it. People encountering the hunt might also be abducted to the underworld or the fairy kingdom. There's a reference to the other side of the veil and the underworld. So this Jägermeister, this German drink, with all these links to the hunter, in the Bible, it tells us in the book of Revelation that saints will be persecuted during this time. Father in heaven, I thank you that you are beyond anything that we can imagine, and that your power is above all things in this world, all plans and schemes of man, and the powers and principalities that seek to steal, kill and destroy. I pray that you would please open up people's hearts and minds to receive the truth in this time, and maybe through these fickle efforts that we do, that you might speak to the heart of even just one person who might realise that the Bible is the truth, that you are the truth, and that the Scripture...
I just can't help but to quote from Isaiah 40:26. Lift up your eyes on high, and behold who hath created these things, that bringeth out their host by number. He calleth them all by names, by the greatness of his might, for that he is strong in power, not one faileth. This is what people have been missing this whole time, and it's been right in front of our faces in the scripture. This is what God was showing Ezekiel. The wheels within the wheels are the belts that surround Earth. NASA calls them the Van Allen belts. These are the invisible belts of magnetic energy within the torus. They keep everything in motion, everything moving like a fine-tuned clock. All the eyes that Ezekiel saw was the stars. All the stars are created by God. They are the luminaries. That is what makes up all the eyes that is being spoken of. What Ezekiel saw was the absolute pure beauty of our home that God created for us. This is what Satan wants you blinded to. This is the absolute magnificence that Satan doesn't want you to see. This is why they mockingly show you that image in Game of Thrones and other movies, the wheels within the wheels over the flat plain earth. They're showing you the truth right in front of your face, and they laugh because you don't understand and you don't see. This is the beauty, this is the sheer absolute beauty of the world that God created, and he called it good. Now that you have eyes to see and ears to hear, now let me tell you this. These wheels that we see, these bands that move like a clock, this is how the sun and the moon do what they do. This explains their movements. It's all about magnetic energy. It's all about the magnetic fields. This is how they're frictionless and how they move in perfect unison. And just as it states in the book of Enoch, through the movement of these wheels, we see how the sun and moon will go through their vaults and rise and return in different areas. This is what the globe has blinded people to. The absolute truth of what God said all along. It has been here the whole time in the scriptures. Instead, we choose to listen to NASA. Instead, we choose to listen to the idiot box. Instead, we choose to listen to scientists, and we heap amongst ourselves teachers that teach us absolute lies to keep us in the dark. When God's been saying the whole time, just look up. Look up at what's around you. I made this for you. That's all God wanted to say. Just take a look. I'm here. I am right above you. You can take comfort knowing that when you step outside and gaze up into that starry wonder of God's creation, just know that our Father in heaven is sitting up there right now, staring down at all of us, watching our every move. He knows everything that's going on down here. He has not missed anything. And just know and be comforted by the fact that our Father is right there, and He's been there this whole time. This is something that the world and NASA and the scientists can never take from us, ever. Even the lying powers and signs of Satan that are coming, the lies of the fallen angels and the lies of the world that are going to be ever increasing, will still not rob this from my heart. And they will never rob from me my faith in Jesus Christ, the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords.